Welcome back. I'm Kane, the AI teacher. I'm here with a little tip, a bit of instruction, something you can do straight away in your classroom. Now, all the things I use AI for are for solving problems that I've come across myself. So what we're going to do today is a really simple little task. And what we're actually essentially going to do is actually make a colouring in page. And you think, what's the point of that? I often find it hard to find the sort of page I want to give my students to be colouring in. So the idea is I can actually get an existing photo and turn that into a colouring page. So how do we do that? And I bet you're saying it's a nice simple process, and you're right, it is spot on, it's nice and simple. So what we do is we're going to jump out of here and we're going to just get a picture. Now I'll pick this, found this came through Meme, it looks like this. I'll just open it up. It's just basically I can't see, there's a type of phobia, fear when somewhere, the fear of where somehow a tiger is watching you. And I quite like this as an historian. I'm a big buff of World War II. Obviously, hopefully you've guessed it. It's a tiger tank peeking out from behind the haystacks there. So what we're actually going to do, we're just going to turn this into a colouring page I could use, for example, using my Year 10 history as a bit of a fun bit of novelty. And obviously you can do this a bit more serious. I see the biggest use is really around when you're looking at things like public holidays, special events, things like that. But let's get into this. So I always say it out loud what I'm doing. I want you to convert this photo into a black and white colouring in page. We'll do. Now, spelling, once again, does not matter with AI, but I'll fix it up for this case because it is getting recorded. Colouring page with no shading, and I think that's all, no shading. The page has text, and I want this to be an outline text with a hollow center that can be typed in. So not typed in, coloured in. And that's all we actually should need to do. And so if we hit process now at the moment, it's going to go away and start processing that for us. And like I said, when we do this, it's more of a case of getting photos and resources that you don't have access to or you can't find colouring to, and actually making your own. And obviously when we do this, we need to make sure that we don't breach copyright or use licensed material to actually do this if they've already got their own colouring resources. But at the same time, if you find what you call it, commons or wiki, if you find things which are free to use, images online, you can certainly modify and change those, no worries whatsoever. You can do it for your own photos. So if you've got your own collection of really cool photos that are relevant, you can actually use that to convert as well. So there's lots of different sources, but obviously make sure you've got the right permissions to actually reuse this material and do it. So I'll just stop here for a minute and we'll wait for it to actually finish. We're back. Okay, it's finished. Let's have a look at our image. So we've got our original one here. So you've got all the details there. It's got the text, it's got the definition, it's got the picture there. Scroll up and down a little bit. I'll zoomed in a little bit. So there we can see there. And let's see how our colouring in page came out. I know it wants to open up over there on the new version. That's okay, open up over here. And here we are. We got all the text is correctly the same. The fear of that somewhere, somehow, a tiger is watching you. And put it into a point we should then use this as a colouring in page. Nice and simple. One thing I think you could actually add on to it, which I was thinking about afterwards, I'll put a bit of text in there. So if we turn this image, I'll just close down this side bit, turn this image into a black and white colouring in page, so you can write down full, I use the abbreviation. Clean lines only, no shading or grey fill, because sometimes I find it does put shading in there for you, which isn't really good for colouring in. The thing I didn't put in the other one, which could be quite handy, is don't change anything about this image, because AI sometimes can change it. And that's how quickly and how simply you can make a colouring page from any visual source. Go give it a go now, and let me know how you go.